something, I do it, I don't give a damn. I'm doing this for me. So fuck the world, feed it beans, it's gassed up. It's not stopping me. I'ma be what I set out to be. Without a doubt, undoubtedly. What? Okay, anyways, look down on me. I'm tearing down your balcony. Him, you can, hey, I'm infinite. Down to the last relapse. Album is shit, and whether it's on salary, paid hourly, until he bows out, until he shits his bowels and bows him out. Which comes first or better? He's married to the game, like fuck you, for Christmas. Here's a gift, a curse, forget this. The earth, the whole universe. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. Take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand.
Take my hand.
We'll walk this road together through the storm and the weather, cold or warm. Just let them know that you're not alone. Hey, are we actually recording? Hey, Eminem. What's up, guys? It's Rndm Cuts finally back after another long hiatus. We're not very good at this whole podcast consistency thing.
You know it's your fault, right?
It's my fault? Why? What happened?
Because I don't know. If you like say, hey, CJ, listen to the podcast.
You would do it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Totally.
So it's all on me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been having shit to do. I got a dog. Cool little thing. I mean, what changed in your life?
Nothing. I just been going to school more.
It's alright. You got more time than I do to fucking come up with a podcast strat. You're the engineer.
Well, I'm the engineer, the videographer, the editor,
dude,
the fucking promoter.
When I come here, I just have to sit down and talk. You got to get all this shit together. It's up to you to come set these cameras up and get these mics together. I'm just the personality. I'm just the face of all this, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So
yeah,
and it's hard work. It's hard work.
It's hard work, nigga. And you don't appreciate me. Like I'm about to go on a not being appreciated rant.
I mean, appreciate what? We haven't done a show. I mean, but whatever. Okay, we're back. So hi, what's his name in the is it Wyatt?
WRU. WRU.
What's up, bro? We're back. Yeah. You're back. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's been a minute. But I mean, hey, you got to keep them hungry.
Super hungry. Starving. Like the ribs of an Ethiopian. We'll be getting into a little bit of Elzai, I think, later.
Yeah, we were reviewing Witness My Growth by Elzai.
24 track album, like compilation mixtape stemming from like 97 to 2000 and something. 2004. So we'll get into that a little bit. I don't know, did you make it through the whole 24?
Pretty much, but not in like a continuous sit down because it is a compilation.
Right, pretty long.
I probably listened to like the first maybe. Let me pull up the track list.
And while you pull up that track list, we're gonna shout out our sponsor here, Core Hydration, 7.4 pH balanced water.
They gonna fucking sue us.
Sue us for promoting.
They gonna be like, hey man, what the fuck is you talking about?
You need to cut us the check. We got 2 people probably exposed to Core Hydration.
Yeah, out of like 2 million and shit.
It's better than none, you know. So
yeah, y'all should fuck with small creators, you know. You never know what we might do.
Yeah, really small creators too.
Really,
like us.
We so small that we only do the show every couple of months.
I mean, we'll get more consistent at it. I could probably make the Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if you can make a Twitter,
but
and
then
Instagram,
we need material. So
I mean, I can provide you with clips. Like I mean,
yeah, give me the.
Or you could like. I'm pretty sure like when you upload stuff to, or no, I'll have to just send it to you directly. Yeah, I could just give you clips. We could
do better, is what we're saying, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
This could be better planned out.
I got a lot of shit going on, so
Life
I mean,
happens.
I would like to be a lot better at, you know, promoting this stuff and just being more consistent. Like, cause the first thing we need to do is just be in this bitch every week recording, and then I need to get the shit. I need to get the shit edited the same day. You know what I'm saying? That's what really be fucking us up, I think, cause like sometimes you will call me and be like, hey, what's up? You trying to do the podcast? And I'll be like, shit, I still didn't edit the last one. Like, I still didn't edit the last 2 ones and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd just be.
I mean, video's a luxury. It's not a necessity.
I mean, well, to me, it's a necessity because I don't listen to audio only podcasts, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feel that way.
Well, I think it's I still think they're the minority. I think the majority of people just listen to shit on their phones while they're like moving around, rather than sit down and dedicate time to be in front of like a video.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to figure out too is how to get like, cause I've been publishing my music on Spotify. I heard that you could publish your podcast on Spotify and the podcast app on Apple for free. I never exactly figured out how to do it. I'm pretty sure it's a Google search away though.
I mean, maybe that app. What's the name of that one app? Anchor.
Yeah.
If anybody knows, I think that one said it'll publish shit to you, maybe in some DistroKid type fashion, but who knows? But anyway, let's get into some more entertaining stuff. We're just talking about like
fucking pre-production, basically. Like we just had pre-production right here,
for you guys. But anyways, so we were also gonna probably go over a little bit of, hey, we got the idea of going over our girls' playlist.
Yeah,
through Spotify.
Yeah, I actually, because all my phones are in use, I actually got it. Or maybe I can see it on my messages.
Yeah, it should all be linked up, right?
Yeah. Let me see.
So we're gonna go over what's the aim of this?
I just wanted to go through some of the stuff that our girls listen to, because after you went through, you said, oh, Sam kind of got a good playlist or whatever, but I think my girl playlist trash because it's just full of fucking Nicki Minaj. Like it's just full of Nicki Minaj and like other. Like, you know who Sada Baby is? He a Detroit rapper. A lot of kids.
I mean, I heard about him a long time ago, but I never really followed up.
We live in Milwaukee, so a lot of kids in this city really fuck with that type of sound. Of course, she like Megan Thee Stallion. She got like entire fucking Nicki Minaj fucking.
Well, I mean, I think I'd attribute this to your girl being younger, a lot younger than.
Yeah, her girl.
Like we're probably 8-9 year difference.
She like
So
she's
right.
19,
so
19.
she's still.
My friend, they just talking about your friend.
Yeah, nigga.
There's a lot of M's to your couple $100,000.
Nigga.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
This shit is amazing. Like my girl, like this is her life.
Just a couple M's. That's a little bit uncomfortable on the lips. The vibrating motion. Oh,
damn.
It's rolling in the thunder.
Yeah, this shit is about to end quickly.
You're gonna get us a nice copyright strike, buddy. UMG's gonna be knocking at your door. Like, whoa, hello?
Is she signed to Universal? I guess everybody's signed to Universal.
Or WMG. Hello? You owe me money?
No, they just probably gonna rip that shit. But I mean,
okay, so I like I was saying, I would think I would more attribute that to your girl being probably younger, and she's probably more into the current music of now.
Yeah,
which is Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion and all of that. My wife is 27. Same age as me, so we're 27. So that's a good 8 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like when I look at my wife's list, it's more variety. So here, let me just. Are we just reading off random?
I mean, yeah.
Because it's a lot. So, let's see. What does she have in here? Keen, Incubus, Korn, Interpol. So this is all basically, a lot of this is, if you go back into a time machine, late 2000s era, probably stuff that we listened to in high school. Garbage. I don't know if you know that band. Pretty good band, but I think they're more of a 90s, early 2000s. Thing. Abra, which is a current alternative R&B thing. Have you ever heard of her?
No, actually I've heard of her, but I've never listened.
Father?
Yeah,
I think she signed or connected somehow to Father in that whole little area of why that
weird.
Face.
It's weird that like Father is signing people. Like, what the fuck? Like, anyway.
I mean, welcome to rap, where everybody like gets on and signs like.
Yeah, fucking Rich the Kid was signing Famous Dex, and it was just like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
That's a perfect example. Rich the Kid. Like, who is he to be signing anybody? But he was signing a bunch of dudes, apparently.
I mean, he was on, apparently. I mean,
when everybody gets on, they get their own like little imprint. Meek Mill was putting O'Malley on. Like, come on.
I mean, it's a difference between putting your mans on and signing him, like, or is it? I mean,
I don't know if he signed him, but I don't know.
But I don't know. I think he would. Meek Mill has the infrastructure to do so.
You know Daniel Caesar?
Yeah.
I think that's on here. Some My Chemical Romance, Destiny's Child, Rihanna, Post Malone.
So yeah, maybe some of that shit I would actually fuck with.
Drake. Okay, so stuff like that. But also my wife is the type, and maybe your girl is too, who she won't know the name of a lot of artists. She'll just know, on a song to song basis.
I mean, I think my girl is just a Nicki fucking fangirl, so she don't really listen to nothing besides Nicki and very specific things. Like, she listen to popular music, but she like what she like type shit. It seemed like.
Yeah, just random features on this playlist is like Broadcast and Beach House.
Yeah. I mean, well,
I don't know where that came from or where she heard.
I mean, Beach House is critically acclaimed. Maybe.
Well, okay, Beach House, but Broadcast is a little different. She has the Tender Buttons album.
I mean, well, she married to you, so I wouldn't be surprised if.
Yeah, but I played that, and she at times told me to turn that off because it's too like fucking crazy sounding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's maybe
that's she just like that song,
Well, no, she has the whole album. It looks like she looks like she has some album dumps.
Yeah,
just on here where you just dump the whole album. I think a good 2 Beach House albums. Bat for Lashes, Rise Against, which I don't know. I cringe a little at Rise Against. I don't know if you ever listen to them or are familiar with anything.
I know they like do political shit.
A little cringe punk at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into. It's kind of reminding me like
it's very emotional and political.
It's making me think of like the latest Metallica shit, where they just like.
I don't know.
Politics.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Are people like I don't like my metal with my politics?
No, I don't listen to Metallica like that. But it just like the whole aesthetic of it just seemed like corny political shit. Like,
I mean, these guys get older. Like I just listen to the Offspring, right?
I've heard of them.
Okay, this can. Are we done with the girls' playlist? Probably. For now.
Yeah, shit. I mean, it's not like
this is a good segue though. To
I mean, my girl playlist is pretty simple, so it's not. I mean, we could talk about it some more. Just do it.
We'll grade them later or something. But this is a good segue.
I'm giving my girl a nice D. Off bat, bitch.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you can help her out. You got to introduce her to.
Yeah, maybe I can.
But a good segue into something else we were talking about were people who put out albums and then there was a notable decline from there. You know what I mean? We discussed this. And hold on 1 second. Just cut it. All right. We had a guy like woodworking.
Yeah, he had a fucking power saw or some shit.
Making some sculptures or something. So urban art form shit going on outside the door. So, but anyway, this is a good segue into us talking about people who put out notable albums or whatever, or just good material before, and then there was like a decline.
I brought up the yeah, and you weren't feeling it.
No, they didn't have like a notable decline. Like, I see what you were saying, where you probably don't feel like any of the albums after the first match the first. And how great it was.
It's just
ridiculous. We're talking about.
Maybe that's unfair. You get what I'm saying? Now that we talked about it, I think that's kind of unfair because
it is unfair. It was still good music.
Was so fucking good that nothing else could even come close to it.
Well, no, they still had good music after that. We're
more
talking
retarded.
We're more talking about people who seemingly fell off a cliff to where it was like bad. Not like not great. Like it was like 5-star before, and now it's like a good 4. Or whatever.
Anyway, but I think we kind of had this conversation specific to Eminem multiple times before.
Yeah, Eminem is a notable one, but I mean, I think it'd be more interesting to go into like others.
No, I was just saying like this is a pretty like we had the conversation.
This is a pretty common thing that I think pops up across music where you have like the big stars or whoever, or I mean, just people who were notable at a time for whatever skill or whatever craftsmanship. Writing, instrumentation, and then it kind of just like what happened.
Yeah, it's just like
recently I was listening to the Blink 182 album, the new one, and even from some of the past ones. Okay, Blink 182, pop punk band from California, big part of the resurgence of punk into the mainstream of the 90s or whatever. And yeah, there was a format to pop punk. I mean, it can be pretty formulaic, but they were one of the bands who did it well. Fast forward into, I would say, what, the late 2000s to 2010s to where we are now, and I feel like listening to this stuff is like, what happened? Okay, I understand people get a lot older. Instead of being the 19-year-olds writing about this and being on some cutting edge of a trend, you're now like the 40-year-old guy who's still making this type of music, a la like Weezer, where you're like 45 but you're still making songs like you were 17, like you're a 17-year-old from that point of view. But I don't know. This new Blink-182 album and something before that, the genericness is just through the roof. It feels just generic. It feels too clean.
But do you think, I don't know, like
who does this appeal
to? I called it, you know, specific to rappers, rap fatigue.
Yeah. But I think it happens across genres.
Yeah, I guess I'm just used to it happen to it. I'm used to it happening with rappers because it's just, you know, I brought up Prodigy, you know, and that whole not rest in peace Prodigy. I hate to, you know, diss a nigga that's some niggas feel like I'm dissing him, but really I'm just judging him as a rapper, regardless of his, you know, him being dead. And I love Prodigy, so get the fuck out of here. But
all right.
With the whole Funk Flex freestyle, where it was him, Benny, and Conway, and he went after them, and it's just like, bro, that shit was not meant to be. Like, you should have went first and been like, yeah, the legend go first, or blah blah blah, and then had Benny and Conway rip that shit, cause it just, the mood change. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the raps didn't fit the beat or something, but it just didn't hit like that. But I'm thinking like a 19-year-old Prodigy would have killed that shit maybe.
Do you believe in like rap skill declining? Because like theoretically, is there any reason as a rapper you get older, your skills should like decline? Because it's
not
really
logically.
just rhyming words and thinking intellectual, like, you know, on a level of being clever or being whatever.
Logically, no.
It's not like a boxer. Some people, I hear the boxer comparison, but it's like boxing is like a physical thing.
Yeah,
you're gonna have that.
And your body wears.
So,
but I mean, some niggas, you got to commend for having careers full of just great material, like Jay and Black Thought. Like, they got 10 albums of just straight fire.
To varying degrees, I guess, but yeah, they don't have the weird fall off like in our other most notable.
No, not a weird fall off. They had an upward trajectory.
Well, okay, I don't know about who was the other name?
Jay and Black Thought.
Okay, so you know more about Black Thought's discography. With Jay's discography, he didn't have steep declines, but I think, you know, some people would say, hey, these albums don't really match up to these, like Blueprint 3, like was anybody really looking for that? Or what was the other one that's
that one joint on
a little bit panned? Was, well, I mean, he has joints here and there, but I mean, he also has albums that aren't all just like shooting from the stars.
But fire. I would say overall, throughout his 13,
his average is good.
Yeah, throughout his, like, if we make a graph of how good his albums are, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, and maybe I feel like that because I've listened to a lot of his material in chronological order over the past like 2 years.
Yeah, his batting average is good, I would say.
Maybe an old nigga I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the opposite.
I think he has more, you know, thanks for not being anything under above average type of thing. But no, I think he has a good average. Somebody who like does not, I feel at this point, who I feel like probably put out more middle of the road to not great albums, is like Snoop. Yes. If you look at it objectively, Snoop has like one classic, which is Doggy Style. Then he has a very weird period of when he was like on No Limit Records and shit in the 90s, which is kind of weird, like the Dogfather. I don't know where
some niggas would consider that shit classic, and I don't know if I could.
I don't know. I don't think it holds up to the Doggy Style standard. I think there's like
I think Doggy Style is, you know, the definitive Tupac.
I mean, album. and you could say
or I said Tupac.
No,
I'm
Snoop Dogg.
Stupid.
And you can say he has two classics because he's on a huge chunk of the Chronic. Like half the Chronic is Snoop Dogg. So
you gotta give it, yeah.
But bro,
kind of like the whole Only Built for Cuban Link situation.
But that's setting it up. What I'm talking about is Snoop Dogg has way more albums from the mid '90s all the way up until now that kind of are just like nothing.
Trash.
Just like, what is this? So I think his Snoop Dogg is a legend for his personality and for his hits and what he did, but not for his music over the past, I would say, even 15 years. I mean, maybe you could say 15 years on some Drop It Like It's Hot shit.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
he always I think he in that same Jay-Z bag, except Jay-Z is an album artist and he creates great albums.
and Snoop is more of a personality.
Yeah, while
this
Snoop,
point.
Snoop is like, he more of a
Come and
personality.
be Snoop.
But he also he got hits. Like, he got just as many hits as any artist you could compare him to.
Yeah, because when he was really hot, I believe. And he has stuff over the years. Like, he has select things here and there, but he's more known for being Snoop Doggy Dogg, the icon, the celebrity. I think more than people check for music. He still puts out albums.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody, I don't know where they chart. I don't know who's listening to him. People say that people don't listen to Eminem. Who's riding around listening to Snoop Dogg?
Current Snoop Dogg?
Current
a lot of
Snoop
niggas
Dogg.
riding around listening to Snoop Dogg.
Current Snoop Dogg. And I don't even know how many people in your generation are riding around or mine are riding around listening.
Nobody is listening to Snoop Dogg.
You got to be in the
18
mindset to be
19.
like, I want to go back and listen to Chronic or Doggy Style and shit.
Yeah, nobody my age is listening to the.
And that's not a diss to Snoop Dogg. I mean, I think that's just a rapper with a bad ratio. I mean, I think when it comes down to it, I think Eminem his average amongst just great material albums, the batting average is lowered by a lot of
just
Relapse, Curtain Call, Encore. He had a weird period in the mid 2000s. But we've dived into Eminem so much.
But I mean,
the other one is Wiz Khalifa.
Oh my God, that's we.
If we're not talking about him,
we have the Wiz conversation at least every 6 months. Like, what happened to Wiz? What happened to Wiz? And it's like, dog, I always I just be listening to I listen to Prince of the City too, or Show and Prove, or Prince of the City, you know what I'm saying, pretty often. I'll probably say at least once a month I'll probably turn that shit on. But it's just you know what I'm saying, even he do have some later shit that I like. You don't like none of his later shit, but I can rock with some of the more cloud rap inspired, just smooth laid back shit sometimes. But a lot of times it just be super generic.
Wiz is somebody that I don't think I like any Wiz past.
He's kind of become a parody of a stoner rapper.
He becomes a parody of himself to where he keeps making the same songs, saying the same bars over and over, and the same this. I mean, I don't need anything radically new, but he's not doing anything in much of a new way. Every time I hear him, it's about it's very basic. Rhymes about the cliche Laker paper.
If you a current
balling like a Laker, I think he's still saying that.
Absolutely, we listened to some later shit and we was like, dog, he's still saying that.
That's
bar?
10 years strong, bro. That's 15. That's a generation. That's a generation of Wiz saying Laker paper. He
if
balling
anybody
like a
watching
Laker.
this is a current Wiz Khalifa fan and you don't know shit about Wiz from 2007. Go back and listen to that shit.
I don't know. I feel like at some point Wiz felt like he was innovating something, like he was on at the cutting edge of a trend, and now it feels like he's just derivative of his own lackluster material.
Well, I mean,
I don't know where the production went, because at some point Wiz was like, you know what? I got this whole back catalog of different type beats, some fucking boom bap, some fucking trippy cloud rap shit. But I'm just gonna say fuck it. It's all 808 Mafia and Lex Luger from here, bro. And it was all those generic trap beats for years.
But I mean, after that, he switched over to just doing generic pop music.
Right, the level of generic just spiked. He wasn't on the cutting edge of anything anymore. He felt like he was.
I would much rather listen to Taylor Gang and shit off of Cabin Fever before I listen to.
That's where it started to lose me, though.
I would much rather just hear me out. I would much rather listen to that shit than See You Again and We Them Boys.
Or Black and Yellow.
Come on now.
Roll Up.
It's a difference.
I roll up. Listen to all the long list of Wiz songs. It's no.
It's a difference, bro.
When I roll up. I mean, does what's that when he sampled Alice DJ, The Better Off Alone?
Got some new shit. I probably just blocked
no, that was
shit out of my mind.
No, that's the oldest Wiz you could find.
Oh, I don't know. I never heard it.
Okay, well, we'll get you up to speed later, I guess. But yeah, Wiz is one of those guys. I mean, it's a lot more we can name inside of rap, so I see why the rap fatigue thing. But I mean, I think that there are acts outside of that probably that count too. That if we were better researched.
I'm trying to think of more bands that fit that. I mean, you could say
we said
Black Flag.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, I don't like none of their later shit.
Later,
like I'm talking like
past what album?
I don't know. It's just I went through that shit. I haven't really gone through like album type shit. I've only listened to every album up until like.
So I would assume I'm going to assume that I think Slip It In came after My War,
or up until Slip It In.
I'm assuming you're probably talking about the last two albums of what was it like? Was it Loose Nut?
It was just some bullshit I heard. I was just like, I wouldn't feel it.
No, it's good songs off those albums.
I don't know.
Most definitely.
Maybe I'm just like, I just need Henry Rollins. Maybe that's the thing.
Oh no, Henry Rollins were in those. We're talking about, what are you talking about? Like at post Henry Rollins? You're talking about like that last album that came out in 2013? I don't
know, bro. I just kind of was going through. You know what I'm saying? And it just was like, I'm about to go listen to Damage. Like, what the fuck? Like,
no, I mean, no. Okay, so the last two albums from Black Flag, out of, what people, I don't know if people acclaim these albums more as far as Slip It In and My War and things of that nature, but let's see. In My Head and Loose Nut have good songs on them.
Maybe I gotta give him another chance.
And those are with Henry Rollins. So I don't know if you're even talking about that or if you've ever even listened to In My Head and Loose Nut.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, no, My War and Slip It In both came out in 84. But chronologically, apparently on Spotify at least, it has Slip It In before My War. So
that's
maybe
what I
you're
thought.
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they do have the 2013 album, which is the album that's not to be mentioned or talked about. Just swept down under the rug, bro. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Maybe it was that. I just heard some. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes.
And they got the second singer. They got Ron Reyes or whatever the fuck.
No, that was a different thing. I don't know much about. I want Henry Rollins or Keith Morris.
You don't fuck with
that's a Keith Morris.
You don't fuck with Ron. You don't fuck with Ron and Des Cadena.
Maybe. I don't know. They had to prove themselves. I think
I agree though. I agree with you.
I heard some shit that wasn't either of them niggas that I fuck with, and I was just like.
But no, I wouldn't say Black Flag falls into that category either. We did kind of say Green Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like Green Day's discography is okay, a little spotty, rough period patches at some point. We talked about the comeback of American Idiot and how some of that was kind of cringe, but some of it was okay.
Yeah, some of it was I don't know. It was, you got to take the one.
21st Century Breakdown was definitely like, whoa, what?
That was like the one that was like in musicals and shit.
It was the one. It felt like the most. Okay, Green Day is a pop punk band, but it sounded like their most like
pop.
Not pop isn't like it's a bad thing, but you get shit like it felt very clean and aimed towards the family.
Yeah.
Like it was
it's been used in a lot of commercials.
I think it was a theme for like some WWE crap, and I have to hear it. I had to hear it so much. I'm like,
yeah, these chords are weak.
So
I don't like I hate everything about it.
When you compare it to like some like Dookie or something, just some shit that combined a good amount of pop with a good amount of like, I wouldn't say aggression, but some type of like a familiar angst that you get that seems cool.
Some white boy singing.
This seems nice. Like these seems like the dads getting on stage and belting out, some chords and jamming or whatever. But I saw Fantano discuss their newest record, and apparently it was something on there that just sounded so un-Green Day. I don't know. I gotta find it. Maybe it's just a single at this point. Oh, I don't know why I can't find it. Maybe they took it down, just like fuck that. Hold on, what was it? Is it this? Father of All? That didn't sound like Green Day.
Yeah, this sounds like some
I told you this sounds like some,
Cage the Elephant or some shit.
like it sounds some mid 2000s rock that kind of like disappeared a little bit. It sounds like I told you the iTunes Black Silhouette commercial. It's like, this is Green Day. This is Green Day. Like who?
They getting them bucks. That's why. Is that their top 10 song? Is that in their top 5?
I doubt it.
Is it?
Are you like seriously?
Is it?
Hell no.
It's not.
No. Basket Case, American Idiot, Wake Me Up When September Ends. Ugh. Wake me up.
Ballads from Green Day, nigga. You don't like the ballads from Green Day?
When I Come Around, that's a good song. Good Riddance, that's a good song too. That's a ballad, but it's better than I think Wake Me Up When
I
September
don't
Ends.
want to ever hear a song under a certain tempo from
Or
Green Day.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Walking
Walking in the Rain. Shit.
Got my jacket over my head and shit. I'm so sad. But yeah, I maybe I would say Green Day's in there. I feel like, what is their batting average? I feel like when I look at these albums, I feel like they have more albums that are just
No
like,
matter
no
the
thank
batting-
you.
No matter the batting average, I'm more concerned about just like when I'm thinking of this shit, I'm thinking of like an overtime graph. I'm thinking of every album on a graph over time.
Okay.
And where and the y-axis would be how good the album is.
Right.
And I'm looking, when I think Green Day, I'm thinking something like this. You probably, from the other perspective,
You know what would be a good segment? We should just steal the tier list thing. We should it can't be too hard to get that tier list graphic that everybody was using to make their tier list.
You talking about the thing that Fantana was doing?
Yeah, everybody was doing it. It was just a trend
I could,
around across YouTube.
I could put an overlay or something on it.
I think you could just get that one though, because everybody had that. Just get it. And then we could put things in tiers and then discuss our tiers for like, if we both have a common thing. If we say tier of this genre or this artist albums, make our tiers and then compare them. I guess that'd be pretty cool. More production stuff for you guys, but that's what it is.
Yeah, we would have to. I mean, what do you think we would do it on?
I don't know. We'll come up with ideas later, but
Okay.
But yeah, it's just fun to think about. I guess people who kind of fall off in a weird way. Not fall off, because a lot of these people didn't fall off. They just start producing what I see as pretty mediocre music. So yeah,
that was a pretty decent amount of examples. Let me see if I got anybody in here who fit that.
I mean, probably not. If I want to own a physical copy of something,
Frank Zappa, maybe.
Do you think he had bad material?
I think his earlier shit was just really good, and his later shit started to get kind of goofy.
Like really goofy?
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, I like some of the goofy shit, but it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
like the fucking presidential shit.
Oh well, maybe Wu-Tang. Hold up now. Just follow me here.
We could go from like a lot of artists in Wu-Tang.
Follow me here. Wu-Tang Clan
as a collective
have how many classic albums would we say are in the Wu-Tang collective?
Well, every single first solo project classic
From everybody. Method Man.
In the eyes of the public, yes. I haven't listened to Kyle, so I don't know.
Okay, are you talking about the?
In the eyes of the public, though, people fuck with it.
You're not talking about the B team.
Capadonna went gold.
Nigga. I mean, Nelly's sidekick went platinum. Like Murphy Lee went platinum, bro, out of the St. Lunatics, bro. But I'm saying, are you including him as like a that's a classic?
Capadonna hard. I don't know about the rest of the Killer Bees. No, I don't know. I don't know about the rest of the Killer Bees and all that shit. But Capadonna.
But I will say, at a point, Wu-Tang seemed to hit a wall where all of them start releasing very subpar shit. Maybe not Ghost. Maybe Ghost held on the longest. But I've heard some ass Raekwon. I've heard some ass Jizza. Like early. Like after Liquid Cereals, it gets spotty.
I like what is that? As the World Turns.
I mean, ODB had his stuff, and then he kind of died, still making pretty, ODB type stuff. Method.
I haven't listened to that album. That's crazy.
I don't know about Method Man and Redman. I mean, because that was Method Man's. That was like a portion of his career was with Redman. But I don't think is anybody considering those classics. I don't know.
I bet it's somebody. I mean, people love Redman.
People are probably nostalgic for it, but I'm saying, is it objectively a classic record? Whatever they
people
put out
love
together?
Redman. I wouldn't mind reviewing them because people seem to.
And then Joint Wu-Tang Ventures like didn't end well either. Like,
I would take Ghostface discography out of everybody in Wu-Tang. Because up until Bulletproof Wallets was hard.
He seems to have probably the most consistent.
Yeah, maybe like after Bulletproof Wallets was when it was kind of, I don't know.
But I guess we can't discount the fact that a lot of these solo albums are just like Wu-Tang albums under the name of solo album.
Really?
Like, it's so much Wu-Tang fucking on there that
but the RZA is, I mean, is the RZA on there? Then, I mean...
Right, and a lot of...
on there?
Is it like two of Ghostface albums or like Wu-Tang albums almost? Or is just so much Wu-Tang?
You talking about Bulletproof Wallets?
I'm talking about Bulletproof Wallets probably in
Iron Man?
And Iron Man. Like, they just seem like Wu-Tang shit with a little bit more Ghostface than normal.
I'm considering those Ghostface albums because that's how a lot of the early Wu-Tang shit was.
Right, but still, that's how it is. So I don't know.
That's how a lot of the early Wu-Tang shit
It's a
was.
toss-up, but then at some point, all of them will
this
come
album.
together and separately make, like, not great material.
I like seeing...
And I think that
Ghostface
probably
in there.
happened for a longer portion of time than great material.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And at the point where they probably were making bad material, they were already solidified as Wu-Tang legendary, blah, blah, blah.
You've kind of slept on Wu-Tang after the first project.
Well, no, I mean, I include all of these, too.
No, I'm talking about not
all
solo.
the solos.
Not solo.
I mean, that's how you got to look at it as Wu-Tang. Because
No, of course you got to look at, but I'm talking about specifically now, like stuff under the name Wu-Tang Clan. I fuck with that second album heavy, and you seem to just not fuck with anything besides the first project.
Yeah, first project is legendary. I don't know if the second project is legendary. It's probably if it's a good
I'll
album.
go as far as to say the second one was better.
I don't see it, and it was a double disc too. It was just overkill. Like, I don't need this, bro. You didn't leave me wanting more.
I'll go as far as to say the second one was better, bro.
So, but anyway, hold on. I got distracted because I got a fucking phone call and shit. But anyway, Wu-Tang, yeah, I feel like their average, while their highs are high, I feel like it's a little bit more mediocre in the meantime and in between time. So, but I'm sure we'll come up with more of this as we, think about it. More people who fall under that banner.
Yeah.
But let's dive in quick to Elzhi. Witness My Growth. And here we got, like I said, a 24-track, 1 hour, 3-minute compilation that Elzhi has gathered from 97 to 2004, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you think about it? I'll ask you. You're more of an Elzhi authority than I am.
I mean, I'm the reason we're reviewing this project. I love you, Elzhi.
Yeah, you decide to eat right when you pressed record.
Anyway, the Barfest. I think I think 90% of the songs on this project is good.
10% not.
Yeah, I probably don't. I keep the the love song. What was that? Well, it's not in order, but it was like
I feel like there's more than one love song or some emotional fucking.
I mean, you can. It's a couple of emotional joints that I actually like, but it's like I don't know. Like, damn, they were not even giving me the whole like track list.
Yo, is it buffering for you?
No, it's like showing me the highest viewed songs off the album.
Oh, you on Genius? I'm straight off Spotify.
Oh yeah, and I can go just straight to here.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it had some charm to it. Some things reminded me of like, yeah, I remember this time period where I listened to stuff that sounded just like this. Some things sounded dated, but it's a compilation dating back from however far.
Yeah,
the mid 2000s. the mid 2000 stuff or early
20 years
2000
old.
stuff sounds like mid 2000 and early 2000 stuff. But it has some charm to it. Some of the shit is really lo-fi because he probably literally recorded in the closet. Who knows?
Yeah, he probably recorded it straight off of 58 and didn't mix the shit.
Elzai is, as an MC, I always thought he's really good. He's not one that ever just drawn me to him where I'm like, I gotta really keep up with Elzai and what he has going on. I don't know, when it comes to that whole Detroit thing, because I think it's Black Milk from Detroit too.
Yes.
When it comes to that, I always thought
I love Black Milk.
Yeah, I know you do. I like some stuff too, but I don't know, when it comes to this whole Detroit thing, I usually always say, well, I'm not just listening to Royce or something like that. If I want to listen to something of this vein, I feel like he does the sound or style and the talking about some of the same material better than they do rap wise. I mean, they can keep up with Royce. I'm not saying he's just that they're just inept, but I don't know. It gives me that feel. I think I heard Royce on features with these guys, right? Black Milk was at an Elzai, Royce and Black Milk. What was it? Deadly Medley or some shit.
Yeah, and then they got that. Well, no, that's a different song. But Deadly Medley, yeah, that shit hard. That's off 365 or something like that. Yeah.
So I mean, I heard all that, but I do acknowledge he is a good rapper though. It's sometimes to the detriment. Like we just listened to a Royce song that was just like, but it was like the worst Royce song that we've heard because he would say things that while it filled the space, it was kind of rhyming to be rhyming, and it was like, well,
or not rhyming at all.
Right. And that's so. That's I catch a little bit of that.
What was the bar? It was fucking kindergarten. Fucking what was he? What did he rhyme me with?
I can't even remember, but I know it didn't rhyme.
It didn't rhyme at all. Kindergarten.
He had to do the stretch. He had to kindergarten to like make it rhyme with like whatever he said at first.
Yeah,
I get a little bit of that sometimes in Elzai shit.
No,
it's not flawless.
No,
it's not flawless.
No,
rhyming.
He don't stretch words like that.
Well, no, not that, but just the reach overall of like what does that mean or what? Like,
oh yeah, some of the bars kind of are filler.
It's right. It's filler and not. I mean,
or he could have thought him out a little bit more.
It could have been better.
Yeah,
like it seemed like he was just like, I rap so well, but
and
he does, but they still stand out when you hear them. The cold-blooded line.
I gotta say, the best song,
murderer throwing ice.
The best song on this project is that Boomerang slang. That shit is ridiculous. The beat or that joint he got with the Alchemist.
I do remember the Alchemist one.
Yeah,
a good bit. It wasn't bad, but overall, I mean, it was what it was. It was a compilation, so I'm not going to sit and pick it apart too much because it wasn't made with the intent of being played back to back with each other anyway. I did like that they had like a throwback DJ to introduce the years each track. We're going back to 1997. Somebody's talking over the track. That was kind of charming. It had that charm of the mid to late 2000s.
And it seemed like I found it sort of kind of weird that sometimes it seemed like I can't remember what song it was, but on a couple of different tracks, it seemed like Elzai added parts like today or something, or he did it at a different time, maybe not today, but a few years after the initial recording. It seemed like because the mic quality would be varying at different points, like it'd be like at certain points.
Well, he did add that DJ over everything, which you could. That's where you
fucking explosions and shit over the bars.
The explosions were probably there though from then, and it just sounded, it sounded good for them, but bad for now.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that shit.
Like if you go through old mixtapes,
all those bars are lost.
It's DJ and like Transformers in the background, like drills. Like what is happening? But overall, I think if you are into Elzai, if you're into if you're into lyrical, technical, bar for bar rapping, this is something you might be interested in.
If you like you said,
I don't think it's flawless.
But this shit is hard.
It's not flawless, but it's essentially a B-side, and it's good for B-sides and throwaways.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got so many fire verses like that. You listen to that Everybody Is Fooled by Conway?
Yeah.
You listen to 212 with him on it? That shit, the way he came in, that L vicious, well wishes, caught Chanel kisses while the shellfish is being served with lobster tail dishes.
Right.
That shit was ridiculous. Just he came in like that.
Right. That's the A material, and this is like a B-side tape, but it's still good. So you know what? I can't really deduct points that much for the filler because it's essentially songs that didn't make the cut anyway.
Yeah, and they 20 years old.
Well, I mean, he probably has 20-year-old verses that are like above this that made the cut.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah,
And then I would comparably say are probably better.
He got that old shit with I'll go to that one J Dilla project specifically for that one song with him. It's called what you want? Where you at? What you want? It's like damn, it's on that. I forget what it's called. It's called like fuck. I have to find it, but he been rapping at a certain level for longer than I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit is just, that shit is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
And Detroit is a super duper lyrical city to now be just home to like TJ. I went and I scammed Walmart and I got 2 iPhones and I took that back and then I got 3 iPhones.
You want to review TJ next week?
Actually, I mean, I'm actually a fan of TJ. I'm making fun of him, but I'm actually a fan of TJ. I'm a fan of his aesthetic of like N64 original soundtrack, like Spy. It sounds like I'm playing like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark or something. And like it's very I'm dead serious. It has like an aesthetic of like kind of weirdness. It makes things sound sinister. It makes him talking about scamming sound like sinister a little bit. And I'm a fan. Wells Fargo, is it Wells Fargo? No, it's Wells Fargo is a song that's on this mixtape. My favorite of his is, I think it's called like Illegal Behavior or something like that.
Illegal Behavior.
It's something like that. If we ever reviews TJ, I would say we should go there. Otherwise, it would have to be like his latest little album.
All right, but before we get to talking about what we're gonna do next week, this Elzai project is an 8 out of 10. Objectively, nigga,
I would go for a 6. It's not bad, but it's B-side material. I don't know how B-side material is gonna be 8.
Okay, so we could settle on 7.
I would say it's something that if you want to be in the mindset to sit down one day and listen to it, it wouldn't be a bad listen. It wouldn't be anything that you might return to. Outside of like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something that you like. I would return to the song, but
I've been returning to it for like a week. So.
I mean, we were listening to it, but
just before we had the idea to review it.
I don't see myself in 6 months flipping through and being like, this Elzai song from this project at least. Fraudulent Activity is the name of it.
Yeah, with the Bitcoin,
in the hand. Yeah, Fraudulent Activity I think is like peak
TJ in his prime.
Actually, probably not, because this new album, which I have to try to find the name of now, is pretty good. Under Pressure is pretty good. That's the one with the modern classics of TJ right here, Dark Web and Swipe Story 2, Profiles
is hard, actually.
I think Cash App was pretty good, so
Profiles is hard. That's the only song of his that I've been listening to. I'm like,
actually, we just got a new TJ album that dropped.
What's what you want to do about it?
The Swipe Lessons.
What you want to do about it?
Actually, this seems like almost a compilation almost, but it's not. It has all the swipe lessons on it, which I feel like were on other tapes somewhere else, but maybe this is new to Spotify. Website Scam, which I heard not so long ago. It got Dynamic Duo on there because you gotta milk that. You gotta milk that track, him and Cash Raquan. For some reason that track
roll over now.
For some reason that track is like big. Like why?
Because it's pretty funny.
Like it ends like most of TJ songs like badly, where it just jarringly ends. They just stop rapping. Like Dynamic Duo ends with
he just start fading and shit.
Dynamic Duo ends off with, "You smart and I think you cute, so I'm gonna invest in you." Like that's it. But I don't know. Maybe you can give, if you have time, Swipe Lessons the ones over. But I'm still sticking with Fraudulent Activity.
So what you want to do about it? What you want to review next
Let's
week?
do fraudulent activity, and you're gonna have to find it on YouTube because it's too hot for Spotify. Okay.
Week, but I guess I can make it happen.
It's just too crazy for Spotify. They had to push it over to YouTube, bro.
All right.
All right.
Well,
I think we had a good talk, a good discussion.
yeah. What is this, like episode fucking 10 or some shit? What's today? It's
What's
Tuesday.
today's date? Are we going off of dates?
Okay. So what you want to do this every Tuesday?
Well, yeah, we'll shoot for Tuesday.
We could do this every Tuesday, and I'm gonna upload it every Tuesday night.
There's a dark web project by somebody on Spotify with TJ, but it looks like the most bootleg that Piff fucking mixtape. So I don't know, but all right, we'll shoot for every Tuesday, meaning you guys will probably see this every
Tuesday night.
There you go. All right, well, that's been maybe episode 10, maybe not
Shit.
of Rndm Cuts. We will see you guys around.
Yeah. Bye.